should definitely be thinking about your people management and your organizational design. So you have your buyer and you also have your acquisition that's happening. So what is the current organizational design and roles within each of the companies? And how do you plan to kind of merge those two cultures together without scaring people off? You know, so also making sure that what needs to be kept confidential at certain phases is kept confidential, who is privy to what information. Organizationally, what does the buyer's current design look like? What are people's clear roles and responsibilities? And then for the company that they're acquiring, what do their roles and responsibilities look like? When we end up acquiring that company, do we have to lay off anybody? Are there gonna be new roles that we have? What is that gonna look like? Because you kind of have to have your ducks in a row before you're communicating those changes to your people. How are we gonna keep our most talented people? And what types of incentives currently exist that we have to consider, right? Also legally. And what type of incentives do we maybe wanna put on the table? Taking a look at compliance, employee contracts, like you said. So those types of things. Also, if people also already have current investments, what does that look like? So that there's not any qualms later on. And culturally, that's another consideration as well. I've worked with companies where, you know, people are used to different things. So how are we now going to look at our policies and procedures? What are the gaps that we see when we're reviewing the documentation? And how are we now going to conduct business? And then how are you going to communicate those changes to employees? So once you actually do policies and procedures, how do you communicate those changes? You have to also invest in your people. So things such as trainings, having meetings at the right time, at the right cadences, that all comes into play for communication methods. And so that helps when you're doing the planning as far as implementation as well.